Today we're going to talk about the science of psychology, and we're going to start by defining psychology and exploring its roots and origins. So psychology is defined as the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. As a science, psychology uses the scientific method to observe, describe, and predict behavior. Behavior is everything that a person does that can be directly observed, while mental processes are the thoughts, feelings, and motives that each of us experiences privately, but these cannot be observed directly. Now let's think about the frame of mind of psychologists. At the core of the scientific approach that psychologists use are four attitudes. 1. Critical thinking. 2. Curiosity. 3. Skepticism. And 4. Objectivity. All scientists, including psychologists, engage in what is called critical thinking, which is the process of thinking deeply and actively, asking questions, and evaluating the evidence of a particular question. As critical thinkers, scientists question and test what others consider factual. They accept nothing at face value, meaning they conduct empirical tests to find out answers. They do this because they are also curious. In this sense, they want to know why things in the world are the way they are and how they became that way. Scientists are concerned with asking questions. They're also skeptical. They ask questions about things that other people take for granted. Psychologists use research which often turns up the unexpected of human behavior. Such results are called counterintuitive because they contradict our intuitive impressions of how the world works. Scientists apply objectivity in conducting research. They try to see things as they really are, not just as the observer would like them to be. To gather objective evidence, scientists rely on the empirical method, which is concerned with gaining knowledge through observation, collecting evidence, and logical reasoning. Now, when we think of psychology as the science of all human behavior, it's important to remember that the scope of psychology as a whole is much greater than that of solely clinical psychologists who treat and study psychological disorders. In general, psychology seeks to understand the truth of human life in all of its dimensions, including people's best and worst experiences. The fact is that to be a truly general science of human behavior, psychology must address all aspects of the human experience. From a historical perspective, people have been trying to answer questions about human behavior for thousands of years. For instance, many philosophers questioned, how do we learn? What is memory? Why does one person grow and flourish while another person struggles? Early Greek philosophers such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle debated the nature of thought and behavior, including the possible link between the mind and the body. Psychology has its roots not only in philosophy, but also in biology and physiology. Wilhelm Wundt, a German philosopher-physician, created the academic discipline of psychology and is considered by many to be the founding father of this area of inquiry. Wundt created what is called structuralism, which focuses on the basic elements or structures of the mental process. Functionalism is another historical approach to psychology which focuses on mental processes as they are concerned with the functions and purpose of the mind and an individual's manner of adapting to the environment. So while structuralists were concerned with what was happening inside of the mind, functionalists were focusing on how humans interacted with the outside world. In the next video, we will explore contemporary approaches to psychology.